Welcome to the heritage of our fathers.
Today we will be telling you about an old Benin folktale about a beautiful damsel named Omonseuwa in the heart of the ancient Benin Kingdom, where the forest whispered secret oaths and time. Lived the family of Odowa, the father, strong man in his 40s, and his wife, a graceful woman in her 30s, were blessed with a daughter named Omonseuwa, whose beauty was famed throughout the village. Their home was a simple hut. Its healthy wall lights up the gentle flickers of the oil lamp. In this kingdom, tradition was life. Men tied vibrant wrappers around their waists, their necks adorned with precious red coral beads, a sign of their heritage. The women, equally regal, wore wrapper tied elegantly around their chest, their own coral bead glowing against their skin. But as the year draws to its close, a shadow fell upon the village, whispering of atrocity of money ritualists, whose powered the forest path created a thick air of fear. One morning, as the harmattan haze settled, Omonseuwa's parents prepared to go to their farm. Her father, his face stained with worry, looked into her eyes. Omonseuwa, he said, his voice low and serious, "You must not leave this hut. Lock the door behind us and open it for no one." He said, "Dangers walk freely in these times." Her mother, ever clever, devised a plan to keep her daughter occupied and safe. She gathered several smooth stones from the yard, wrapped them carefully in a broad plantain leaf, and placed them in a large clay pot. Setting the pot over the cooking fire, she turned to Omonseuwa. "My child," she said softly, "wash over this pot of yam for us. Do not let the fire die, and do not leave until they are soft and ready to eat." Omonseuwa, believing her mother's words, nodding in agreement, she settled by the hearth, her gaze fixed on the simmering pot, her mind filled with thoughts of the delicious pounded yam she would prepare. Hours passed. Omonseuwa dutifully tended to the fire, occasionally pounding the pot content of the pot with a small stick, puzzled that the yam remained as hard as the day they were harvested. As the sun reached its peak, a group of her friends appeared at the doorway, their voice cheerful. Omonseuwa, in declaring they called. These were guests who secretly harbored bitter jealousy for Omonseuwa's striking beauty and gentle nature. "I cannot," Omonseuwa replied from within. "My mother has given me yams to cook. They are still not soft, and I cannot leave my duty." Unknown to her, her friend had a sinister plan. They had conspired to lure her away, driven by cruel envy that has poisoned their hearts. Seeing her result, one of the guests, the ringleader, feigned sympathy. "For you, Omonseuwa, let us help." While some distract Omonseuwa with idle shots through the window, while others crept to the back of the hut. They found a pile of soft leaf and put it into the pot, heap it and mixed it with the stone, and filled the pot with the leaf. Then they called on Omonseuwa. "Omonseuwa, check again." They called out a moment later, say surely they must have been ready by now. Confused but hopeful, Omonseuwa poked the pot once more. This time, a stick sank easily into the soft, decaying leaf. She was overjoyed that the yam was finally cooked. Forgetting her parents' stern warning, in her excitement and relief, she unlocked the door and she eagerly joined her friends, ready for an afternoon of fun. She was unaware of the dark intention that hides behind their smiling faces. They led her deep into the forest, far from the family village houses. Their laughter, which had seemed so genuine, now had a sharp, unknifing edge. As they ventured further, the trees grew thicker, blocking out the sun. In a secluded spot, their smile vanished. They turned on Omonseuwa, their eyes cold with malice. With a coordinated shove, they pushed her into the deep, dry pit, hidden by overgrown bushes. Before she could even scream, they threw dry branches and leaves on top of her, and with chilling cruelty, set the pit ablaze. Believing their wicked deed was done, they fled, leaving her for dead. But the spirit of the ancestors were watching, hidden in the dense foliage. A traditional priest, a man of great spiritual power, had witnessed the entire act. As soon as the wicked friends disappeared, he rushed to the pit, chanting ancient incantation to quench the flame. He carefully pulled the terrified and injured Omonseuwa from the fiery hole. She was badly burned on her hands and legs, but miraculously she survived. The priest carried her gently to his secluded hut, where he tended to her wounds with powerful herbal remedies. Meanwhile, as dusk began to fall, Omonseuwa's parents made their way back from the farm. Their hearts grew heavy with each step, a strange premonition setting upon them. As they walked along the very path where their daughter has been attacked, the mother caught something beautiful on the ground near a deep pit. It was a single exquisite flower, each petal glowing with her otherworldly light. "Look," she exclaimed to her husband, "what a magnificent flower! Omonseuwa will love this." As she reached down to pluck it, a beautiful bird with shimmery feathers suddenly appears on a branch above them. It opened its beak and sang a hearty melody. "Mother, mother, do not touch the flower, for the flower is your daughter, Omonseuwa." The bird sang the verse 3 times, its voice filled with sorrow and urgency.
Omonseuwa no, nuga yubosoke, nuga yubosoke, Omonseuwa no, Omonseuwa no, nuga yubosoke, nuga yubosoke, Omonseuwa no, Omonseuwa no.
A cold dread washed over the mother. She tried to comprehend the bird's song, the strange flower, and the pit. The truth crashed down upon her like a tidal wave. They abandoned their basket and ran, their feet flying over the forest floor all the way back to their hut. They called her name. Their voices trembled with panic. The silence that answered them was their worst fear. They found their door unlocked. The pot on the cold earth filled with stones and rotten leaves. The reality dawned on them and they collapsed in tears. Their hearts shattered. Just as they gave in to despair, the old priest appeared at their door. A recovery of Omonseuwa leaning on him for support. The sight of their daughter alive brought forth a wave of relief, so powerful it left them breathless. Their cries of sorrow turned to sobs of joy as they embraced her tightly. Once Omonseuwa recounted the horrifying betrayal of her friends, the village elders were summoned. Justice in Benin Kingdom were swift and absolute. The jealous friends were brought forward and faced with their crime. They confessed. Their punishment were severe, a stark reminder that evil deed never goes unpunished. Omonseuwa, healed in her body and spirit, was celebrated as a child protected by the ancestors. With this, we have come to the end of this great Edo folktale. Thank you and God bless you. Please like and subscribe to Heritage of Our Fathers. Thank you.